So I went to a funeral yesterday. My auntie passed away, and it's a trip. When I didn't even know my auntie was sick. I found out that she passed on Facebook of all places. My cousin had shot me a messenger. It was like, "Hey man, your auntie passed away." I'm like, wow. So anyway, the funeral was yesterday. I went, and I got a chance to see people I hadn't seen in a while. And some of them, some of the people's like, "Hey, little Willie, how you doing, man? Come on up, man. How you been? I'm your big cousin." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, how you doing? It's good to see you." And in my head, I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is. That sort of thing. So, it's a trip. Why is it that we only get together when there's some sort of tragedy of any kind? It's like ridiculous, and I don't understand. I don't understand that concept. But we seem to only hook up when there's a tragedy. Otherwise, we just don't do it. Seems like we just grow apart. And it's a trip. Right after the funeral was done, I saw my auntie, one of my aunties, and we fell out kind of hard. We fell out hard. It is weird. I seen her, and that spirit got over me again, and she kind of looked at me, and I kind of rolled my eyes. I didn't try to do it. It was just something that was involuntary. It just happened. And so, right after I did it, she came up to me. She's like, "Hey, little Willie, are you still mad at me?" And I'm like, right when she came to talk to me, all of that anger and resentment and stuff just melted away. You know what I mean? And I said, "No, Auntie, I'm not mad at you anymore." And she's like, "Oh, okay, and I'm really sorry about what I did. It was a really, really, really bad falling out that she and I did." And she was one of my favorite aunties prior to that. And I couldn't believe that when we fell out, that we were talking to each other like that. It was a trip. You know what I mean? And I was like, "No, Auntie," and she came and she was like, "Just give me a hug." She was like, "I still love you." And I'm like, "I still love you too." And, and I'm glad that, that, that we got a chance to repair that damage before either one of us passed. I'm 50 years old. That means she's even older. You know what I mean? And so life is too short to be holding on to those kind of grudges. And I have a big problem with that. If I'm mad at you, I'm going to stay mad at you. You know what I mean? And that's kind of a problem, because I know that in the Bible it says that Jesus has forgiven me for everything that I've done wrong. So why can't I forgive? And that is something that I'm working on. I'm gonna tell you, that's work in progress for me, because when I'm mad at you, I'm mad at you, and I stay mad. And I don't usually let up. Something big has to happen for that to happen. So that's something that I'm going to have to work on. But that is something that I really struggle with. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to continue to try to work on it. But it was good to see people that I haven't seen in a long time. My big cousin, I ain't seen my big cousin in a long time, man. So I missed him. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I talked to my big cousin that coordinated all this. It was, it's good to talk to him too. I need to start keeping in touch. In that regard, I'm becoming my father. My father would stay away for a long time. He wouldn't show up to anything. He's a loner, And I noticed myself falling into that kind of a sort of trait, where I'm kind of like my dad's child. When I stay away. I know my uncle used to get mad. My big uncle, one of my favorite uncles actually. He would talk to my dad like, "Willie, you need to stop that." Beep, that sort of thing. And my dad, if you knew my father, he was kind of, he was his own guy too. He was one of those. He had a very strong personality, and he would just do his thing. He would not, he didn't care what anybody thought. He just kind of did his own thing. And so, but I got to break out of that, because I'm seeing people, and I'm like yesterday when they had the repast, I'm walking around, I'm mingling like I never met these people before. And this is family. Everybody in that place were my family, And I'm like, man, that's kind of a trip, you know what I mean? Some of the people I did recognize, because, but some of them I didn't, because I don't look the same as I did when I was 16, 20 years old. We look different, and they look different. Some of them got a little more gray in their hair and their beard and stuff like that. So it's a trip when you're meeting family members and you don't recognize them. You're sitting here and you're trying to recognize and you don't. And you're trying to put it together with some of these people and you don't. And so, you know, my take from that is we need to start getting together. We need to start communicating more. You know, we need to start checking on people. You know, I shouldn't have to find out that my auntie was sick on Facebook, and that's my fault because I don't keep in touch. So that's one of the things that I took from yesterday. Good to see people again. One of my cousins lives in SoCal, did not show up, and brother, I'm looking for you. You know what I mean? But I still love you, man. Anyway, I hope all is well. A good day today, beautiful day, Sunday. A perfect running day. I already did my run. A friend of mine called this my after run rant, so I guess that's what I'll call it. Anyhow, I hope all is well. I hope you all have a good day, and until the next day, until the next time, excuse me. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Blessed.